Hi, Mark T. the Handyman here. Today we're going to add an underground sprinkler to this section of the lawn where we don't have any sprinklers, and we're going to take it off of an existing section of the lawn that already has a sprinkler system. So this here is our underground sprinkler that's existing, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this line all the way over here and place it right over here. That's about 35 feet. Let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is we will remove the sod that is around the sprinkler that we are going to tie into. To do that, you just need to dig a hole around the sprinkler and the sod should lift right up. As you can see, this sprinkler is a branch off the main line, so what we are going to do is we are going to cut the barbed T-fitting into that half-inch line and then run about 35 feet of half-inch underground sprinkler tubing. We will tee into the existing half-inch tubing several inches away from the sprinkler head, and then we will need to dig a trench from this existing sprinkler all the way to the new location of the new underground sprinkler head. Now that we cut the trench for the new sprinkler line, it's time to peel back the sod. This isn't exactly good sturdy sod, so the grass that we are taking out is falling apart, but that grass will grow back. Now that we have peeled back the sod, we are going to take the trench shovel and remove the loose dirt that is left behind so we can obtain about an 8-inch trench from the new sprinkler back to the old existing sprinkler. Okay, so we have about an 8-inch deep trench from the old sprinkler to where the new sprinkler is going to be installed. Now it is time to cut into the existing half-inch tubing and install a half-inch barbed T. I'm going to mark the spot where we are going to install the new T and simply cut the line with a pair of garden scissors. The tubing is actually pretty tough, but the scissors will go right through the tubing and make a good cut. To install the half-inch barbed T, you will need to push the barb fitting into the tubing. If the tubing is somewhat warm, you should be able to get the barb fitting installed. But if you need to, you could use a torch very lightly to help the fitting slide on a little easier. But you do not want to overheat the tubing. It just takes a small amount of heat to be able to loosen the tubing so you can slide the fitting on the tubing. If you use too much heat, the tubing will not contract and tighten around the fitting and possibly leak. So be careful not to overheat the tubing. Some people will use a blow dryer to heat the tubing if needed. If the tubing is warm because of the outdoor temperature, that also will loosen the tubing up. Because of the design of the tubing and the barb fitting, you do not need a clamp to get the tight connection. Now that we have installed the T on the sprinkler line, it's time to install the new tubing and then run it down to where the new sprinkler head will go. You will need to carefully unroll the tubing into the trench. Okay, we have the new tubing run to the new location, so I'm going to put some dirt around the old sprinkler head to support the old sprinkler while we work on the other end. You want to make sure that the old sprinkler head is at ground level and pointed straight up. Next, we will want to find a location where we will be installing the new sprinkler head and then cut the new tubing to where the location is. I am going to install the new sprinkler head onto the tubing and place the new sprinkler head where we will install it and then cover it with dirt. I think I'm going to move the new sprinkler head a little bit farther back so the sprinkler can reach not only the grass, but maybe get a bit of spray on our vegetable garden. Once again, you want your sprinkler head to be level with your ground and in a vertical position. Next, I'm going to support the new sprinkler head with the existing dirt and some pieces of sod. So here is a look at our half-inch tubing installed in the 8-inch trench. I have raked the extra dirt that we removed from the trench back into the trench. Now I'm going to take a hose and spray any extra dirt that may be left on the grass. This will give the trench a little bit of moisture and help the dirt settle. This actually serves two purposes, not only to get the dirt that did not go back into the trench, but it also helps to mat down the dirt in the trench after we lay the sod back down. And as a bonus, it gives the sod some moisture to help start the growing process on the sod we removed. Now we are carefully going to put the removed sod back on top of the new sprinkler tubing. Like I said earlier, this part of the lawn really is not thick sod, so it came off in little pieces. But we will get the sod back together and it should look pretty good in a couple of weeks. And finally, I'm going to use a sod tamper to tamper down the sod we just replanted.
If you like this video, give me a thumbs up or a like. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to comment. I sure do like to hear from you. Thanks for watching.